welcome everybody. Let's go ahead and okay, got that taken care of. Let's go ahead and pop out. See, I can see this right here. All right, let's do some mic check. All right, so everybody, welcome to our charity webcam locals event. We're doing all of this for charity, so any donations, any memberships that we get on Twitch, all going to the California wildfires to help rebuild what was lost in that tragic devastation. So, if you want to join our tournament, we're going to be doing this every single week, just having a good time. We're usually just having a cool, fun time in our Discord right here. Where we're a pretty close community, so if you guys want to join that and play in our next one, it's only a $5 entry. So winner gets our top two split. It's gonna be single elimination tournament, and yeah, it's gonna be a good time. So I am your host, Heart Pirates TCG. I go also by Moonlight TCG. Check out moonlighttcg.com. We got Shanks versus Buggy. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I don't know like anything about Buggy. Looks like he's gonna tap some Dawn and play some type of searcher, probably. I assume that searches for like some Buggy Pirates type of card. I honest to God, guys, and this is why I wish VV Theory was here in this matchup, because man, he he knows all these decks, especially the rogue ones, better than I do. I have not played Buggy, so he's gonna search for something. I think that's alternate art, so I didn't see what it was. So, I guys, forgive me. I swear to God, I usually give great commentary, but oh my God, I'm not good with the rogue decks this set. So our Drew at the bottom is gonna go ahead and search with an Uta and find a Shanks. Then he's gonna tap another Dawn, search with another Uta. That is very unlikely that happens. That he's able to actually search for a double search with Uda. So he's got his pick of the litter here. Akumu said he starts the tournament with his worst matchup. So apparently Buggy struggles heavily into Shanks. How? I don't exactly know, but we'll figure it out. And if you guys ever hear me pausing, it's probably because I'm in the middle of eating my sashimi that I'm trying to make homemade. Definitely not as good as it is in the stores. We're got our chat going down right now. We got Arm Day and Baldy talking right now, talking about Mellow. Yeah, guys, we're a pretty good community. So if you guys want to join it, it'd be pretty fun. So 3 Dawn right here goes right onto leader, attacking for 8k into leader. Doesn't look like a trigger is going on right there. Now, I wonder how this matchup actually loses to Shanks, because I feel like Buggy can flood the board pretty well, and also play some big guys. And Shanks does take a while to kind of set up, but I feel like maybe Beckman would be one of those characters that can kind of stop what you're trying to do. Not entirely sure, to be frank. So it looks like they're both at 4 life now. 5 life leader versus 5 life leader. Pretty tanky, I will say. This is usually where Buggy can activate his effect to rest 5 and then play a character. Looks like he is going to trash a Jozu to play a something. What is that? A crocodile? And crocodile will play a vanilla, and he's just going to pass his turn right here. So that's after the Shanks player plays the Lucky Roo. So we'll see if any of those, I don't know if any of those have 6k power. I don't think they do. I think both that card and Crocodile have at least 7k. So I don't think the Lucky Roo is going to do too much in this matchup right here. Armday says Buggy spends all game sculpting hand just to lose most of the time. Yeah, I can definitely see that, man. I can definitely see that. Buggy's definitely grown on me as a character, I will say. I used to absolutely hate him when I was watching the anime, but I don't know. I think maybe the live action made me like him a little bit more. So Drew debates here, putting a Dawn on his Lucky Roo, but he's going to swing 6 into leader, and he's going to go ahead and take this, actually. It's a little scary going down too low against a Shanks, especially because they play a lot of big guys. He's going to attack for 6k into leader, and he's going to counter with the 2k Kai, and then play another Lucky Roo, which I don't think is going to put in a lot of work in this matchup, other than it just being a blocker. Now, the question is, do we just play a Gravity Blade here and just go for leaf or go for face? Because you could just completely ignore both the Lucky Roos and then obviously just pressure down life. So he's going to swing 5 into leader. He's going to use his leader effect. He's going to swing 7 into leader. Does he use the Lucky Roos to counter or to block this and just don't really get any value off him? Or does he use the Lucky Roos to be more offensive in the early game? So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Welcome. Welcome everyone just joining the stream. Looks like he's going to block with the Lucky Roo right there and attack 7k into leader as well. Actually 7k into the Lucky Roo. He's going to clear it completely, no Gravity Blade. Another 7 Dawn goes into a Crocodile. Crocodile plays another one of the vanillas right there. So this is looking pretty good for a Kumu player, I'm not going to lie. I don't see how Shanks gets out of a situation like this. I mean, this is like this is like Dofi swarming the board, but instead of like 5 and 6Ks, you're playing, you know, 7Ks and 8Ks and things like that. So he's going to play a dragon here, attaching 2 Dawn to Shanks. He's going to swing 7 into leader. Why is he taking all this damage is my question. Going to go down to 1 life. He must have absolutely no counter. Which is a little surprising to me, guys, because I'm pretty sure I thought Buggy played all the counter in the world. So how does he not have any counter? I'm not sure. I definitely would have countered out of that 7k attack right there. But maybe I don't know Buggy that as well as some of the experts. Sorry, my voice getting a little clogged up here. I assume this turn would just be a like just straight 7s across the board. I assume that would be the strategy here. We do have a Buggy in the tournament. This is round 1, so we'll see how well he does. I believe 7's probably just going to go into face here. Our player Drew isn't under too much pressure, though, because he is at 4 life, but these 7's are going to add up really quickly, so he's going to have to drain his whole hand or go down very low, at least to 2 life down here. So this could be just like straight 7's across the board. Sorry, I don't think our Buggy player's at 10 Dawn just yet. But what he could do is actually just use his Dawn to play the Buggy to bottom deck the dragon. And then after that, he could use like the rest of the 3 Dawn for like a peel off or something like that, which would be pretty huge because I think he is at either 8 or 9 Dawn. So he's going to tap 5 Dawn, I believe, for leader effect, or he's just going to play, I believe that's the blocker or I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what that is. I really don't. Looks like that card draws 2 and trashes 2. I wish VV Theory is here right now, man. I miss that guy, man. Someone tell the VV Theory to get in the commentary because I don't know what any of these cards do for Buggy. So he's just going to attack a lot is basically the goal here. And he's going to save 3 Dawn up. It's probably going to be a peel off, I think, for the 3 Dawn. I believe that's a blocker, isn't it? I'm pretty sure that's a blocker, whatever card you just played, because if not, he's going to be under a lot of pressure. I believe our Shanks player, actually goes to 10 Dawn next turn, and he already searched out a 10 cost Shanks. So with 1 life as a Buggy, I don't think it's safe to completely ignore this dragon right here. But how is he going to take out? It's a block. Okay, the blocker Mihawk, draw 2, trash 1. Okay, it makes sense. But the question is, why didn't he use his Buggy to play it, actually? Maybe he's going to use his Buggy. Okay, cool. Blocker Mihawk it is. Makes sense. Let me tune into the multi-stream real quick, actually. For some reason, I didn't have that set up. Stream chat. Oh, I can't see it for some reason. There we go. 7 cost, 7k blocker. And then he's going to save 3 Dawn up. I believe it's probably for what, like a Death Wink or something like that. 5 into leader right here. He's definitely going to play the Shanks. Pretty transparent right there. He is playing Jozu, which I don't know if that's actually a card you play in this matchup. What card do you bounce back? Because usually Buggy just plays a bunch of like big guys, so I don't know how much value Jozu would get in this matchup. It looks like he has like 7 or 8 cards in hand though, so definitely a lot. This could definitely be a Death Wink saving 3 Dawn up. It could be a Love Mellow and something else. I'm not entirely sure what Buggy actually plays, to be fair. He's gonna block and then give him a 2k and a 1k, I would assume, to get out of that 9k attack. And this is where the Shanks has to make a decision where he's going to swing into board or swing into life. Honestly, he should he should probably just swing into life, I would say, because like even attacking into the board is not really going to do a whole lot, because he just has so many characters on board. So maybe putting him in lethal range is the move. I'm not entirely sure though. I definitely think 12 into leader is probably the right call, unless he just can't get out of all these attacks. Then he should obviously punch into one of the characters. It just depends. He has 3 life left, so he's relatively healthy, but he doesn't have a lot of cards in hand. This guy has like a ton of big guys coming up. I mean, he has like at least 4 7k attacks at the bare minimum. That 3 Dawn he saved up, he didn't get to use it. I wonder what that was for. I'm pretty sure it was a Death Wink, but who knows? Does this deck play Death Wink? I thought it played like Death Wink or Love Mellow or something like that. Looks like he's going to tap a Dawn and play probably a searcher. I think that is. I'm not sure what that card is, guys. He's gonna get another card that I'm not sure what it is. I swear to God, guys, the next round the commentary will be fantastic. I promise. It's just this one right here is throwing me for a little bit of a loop right here. All right, so he's gonna search for a card. I feel like you know how I roast the people that commentate Mr. 3? I guess so. Your guess is as good as mine, BioMojo. Your guess is as good as mine. I always roast the people that don't really know a lot in like regionals. And now I'm one of those people that doesn't really know what's going on. Top 5 cross guild searcher. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I haven't been to locals like basically ever since I live in Vegas now. So I haven't really played against like the rogue decks too much. And I also took like a big break in set 7 and set 8. Just recently came back, so I'm not too super familiar with the rogue decks. So this is a 9 into leader, I would say. This is a little weird to go, or this would probably be 8 into leader. A little weird to start out with an 8 here, I would say. And also into leader is a little bit scary as well. This could be a buggy turn as well, by the way. This could be a buggy turn. And then bottom deck the what is it called? Bottom deck the Shanks. That could be the play. He's swinging pretty tall here. He does have 5 Dawn up, so he still is saving Dawn up to potentially go into the Buggy. And then that Buggy right there. He's giving him a lot of 2Ks, so he's on death's door right now. He could just try to go for lethal this turn. I probably wouldn't recommend that. But he very well could, actually. He has 1 card in hand. It looks like 2 life. Wouldn't it be smart to start Buggy then? Yeah, it would be. That's what I was curious about. Like, he's saving 5 down for something. I would assume it would be leader effect. But if he did leader, why wouldn't he just do the Buggy first to get the extra Dawn? Okay, no, he's not doing it at all. He's not doing it at all. He's gonna go 12 into something, or 13 into something. 13 into Dragon, it looks like, or 12 into Dragon, and then he's just gonna end his turn, I guess. I think that's the right call. He still has a blocker. He still has 1 life left, so he's not going to be super punished. And I think our Shanks player can potentially clear a lot of the board, though. But with only 2 cards in hand, it's very unlikely he's going to be able to survive. He does start out with the 12, and then he changes his mind. Yeah, he must have not found the Buggy, but he's still in a really good spot either way. So so MobTob said 5 cost Alvida has on KO, play 1 5 cost or lower character. Moji on play searcher, 2 cost vanilla blocker, can't be KO'd in battle if you have Buggy or Moji. Those are 5 cost characters. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, he definitely didn't find the Buggy, that's for sure. Because I feel like he would have used it right there on the Shanks. There's no reason not to, because he definitely met the conditions to play the Buggy right here. The question is, does he just play? Yeah, just plays another Shanks. He's going to be able to definitely clear 2 characters on the board with the Shanks. And then he does have 2 life, so those characters are minus by 2,000, which does help with the math, but this guy only has 1 card in hand, and even with access to his leader effect, it's probably not going to be enough. 5k into leader, or one of the characters probably gives him a 1k counter, I believe that is what it is. 12 into that guy right there, goes down. 12 into the other guy right there, goes down, and he's just going to pass. He's just going to pass. Now, I will say, 2 life left, could be a Red Hawk trigger. You know, minus 2,000 power to all of your characters. That's a little scary, guys. A little scary. So does he have enough to actually go for lethal right here? I'm not sure. He doesn't have any Dawn up for Red Hawk, though. But the trigger could save him if he plays it. I know he does play it in this deck, at least last time I checked. These characters are at, what, 7? Are these 8Ks? He's swinging with 1 Dawn, and they're minus 2,000 power already. So this must be a 7K attack. Or maybe even a 6k attack. I'm not entirely sure. Every cross guild character is meant to either be hard to remove or flood the board in order to use the 10 cost Buggy. That makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. So this is some type of damage going into the leader, no doubt about it. He gives him a 2k counter. Or I'm sorry, a 1k counter. What was that? Izo? He doesn't play Izo, does he? He gives him some card. I think that might have been an Otama, actually. Some type of counter. And then he's spreading up his Dawn equally. He has to get really lucky out of life here, get a Red Hawk trigger. I'm pretty sure he does play it because when I coached him last, that's what he was talking about, is adding 2 of them. So we'll see what he does here. I I think I think it's better to just go. Oh, he's not gonna go for it. He's going to play the searcher again to look for some type of card. I don't know what he's doing here. He searches for a wanted something. What's the wanted card in this set, guys, that he's searching for? Anyone know? I don't know. I definitely would have gone for a lethal right there and just make him have the trigger. Because I think you're bailing him out, actually, to be fair. 2 life. Every attack has to connect. That's the buggy? Okay. But he can't use the buggy now, which is the problem. I didn't know Buggy had the wanted poster on here too. He does he just go? He goes 6 into leader. Obviously, he has no cards in hand. He just takes it, right? After stroking his beard, thinking about it. Do I take this? This right here, you don't go for it, do you? He must be really confident he can actually win this game. He must feel really confident he can win this game. He's gonna play Buggy bottom deck itself to bottom deck the Shanks, and then he's just gonna pass. Is that right? Chat, is this real? He still has the blocker. He has a couple cards in hand, 3 cards in hand, 1 life. Definitely, definitely not what I expected to happen right there. Is the game back in Drew's favor is the question. He just had 2 Shanks, now he has 1 Shanks. He has 1 blocker, 1 life, 2 Dawn up. Could be a love mellow, so he might be completely safe if that's the case. A dragon could definitely help here. And then he might be able to get lethal, but all the attacks have to connect. But let's see if he has the dragon. If he has Rayleigh, that might actually help him out a lot too. It just depends on the situation. He's spreading out his Dawn. Is he going to go absolutely brazy with the Utas is the question, boys. What is he going to do with the Utas? Are they going to put in work? We don't know. But our Akumu player is playing very, very, very safe. He's playing very, 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 very safe. You said 7, 7, 7, 12. Is that it? Because Uta's only a 2 cost. Yep, he's going into it. It's gonna be 6, 6, 7, 12. Does he have it? He's gonna give him a 2K counter. This attack has to connect though, or he just loses. Does he take this? Yep, gives him a 2K. 7 into leader. And then 12 into leader? Yep, and then he has to block with that guy right there. There's still a chance, I guess. I mean, there's still a chance. He has 1 life, 2 cards in hand. He does have his leader effect. The characters are minus by 1,000. A Red Hawk trigger could actually put in work right here. We're not entirely sure. Very low chance for sure, but we'll see. I definitely would have saved Dawn up for Red Hawk just to bait it. That's personally what I would have done. Yeah, Red Hawk trigger does win this game. He's going to start out with an 8 into leader. He's going to go ahead and take it. And then he doesn't have it, unfortunately, guys. Does not have the trigger. So that was that game right there. Definitely an interesting game for sure. Let's check in on this other table real quick. Give me a second, boys. Give me 1 second, boys. We're going to pop out the screen right here. We're going to go. Hold on. Window capture. Table 1. All right, what do we got? We got Lim. We got Lim versus Black Yellow Luffy, it looks like. Oh my god, guys. I literally don't know what any of these decks do. my Discord is punishing me. They're punishing me so hard. I don't know what any of these decks do. So we'll see. So Lim plays a Sanji. No, we got Lim. You guys are in for a treat. My commentary is not going to be useful at all, but but we get to see some interesting games here. Does anybody know if Lin wins this matchup, or what does Lim even do? Lim like plays a character, right? It plays like a rested character. Is that right? Anyone know what Lim does? Can't even access the dev either. The One Piece dev is like still on OPO8. They never fixed it. For those guys who are wondering about the camera angle for our top player, apparently he taped his phone to the wall and is playing in this way right here. All right, Lim ramp to 9 cost Zoro should be go crazy here. Yeah, it could be the case. It could be the case. 9 cost Zoro does definitely absolutely fucking massacre the Black Yellow Luffy deck. And all our stuff comes in tapped. All right. All her stuff comes in tapped. I knew that about Lynn. I know she ramps and I know she plays stuff tapped. And she's kind of like Iceberg where she like cheats out bodies. Rest 3, ramp a Dawn, play a 5 cost or lower character. Okay. A Gecko Moria coming in right here. Bringing back looks like a Shirahoshi and a baby Luffy. Melo's about to get clapped. Yeah, it might be it. The Shirahoshi minuses 4 cost to a character, which is probably going to be either the San. It's probably going to be the Sanji right there. And then Luffy's going to go ahead and probably play the Egghead Luffy and pop something. He doesn't have a lot of cards in hand, though, I will say. So he discards a card off his leader effect. I assume he's going to get Rocket Luffy. He does have a Sabo as well, which is really important. So it serves as a blocker for sure. Rocket Luffy comes out on top. A second card comes in on the bottom. Shirahoshi minuses, I believe, probably the Sanji. So Luffy's going to be able to pop the Sanji. I assume because you don't have a lot of cards in hand, you probably just swing into his characters here. Unless you're not worried about dying, and then you just put him on a 1-turn clock. All right, he pops that guy. Whatever that guy is. And then maybe he's just going to swing 11 into like the Sanji or something. Depends on how many cards he has in hand. I can tell that tape on the wall is wearing thin. Oh man, he's playing for the love of the game out here. Taped his phone to the wall to play in this tournament. Baldy said I should have signed up. I forgot I was going to play Dragon. Yeah, bro. Anyone that wants to sign up in the future, definitely let me know. Let me know because we're gonna be doing this every week. Sorry, there's a judge call I have apparently. Does 10 cost Ace still get rush if negated by Blackbeard effect? No. Does not. He does not get the effect because he has to use his on play first. So simple as that. Let's change this thing real quick. We got Black Yellow Luffy over that. All right. Dragon is regional winning. All right. Now, Lim's pretty much cooked here, though, right, guys? Like, there's not really a way. I mean, I don't know this deck too much, but there's not really a way for Lim to kind of come back in this game, is there? 10 Dawn, decent amount of cards in hand, looks like 6 or 7. 2 life. I mean, so not completely cooked, but it looks like our guy is probably a 7K leader. Only a couple cards in hand. Wonder what he plays here. He plays something for 8 Dawn. Is this Kid? It is Kid. All right. All right. Our Lim's got a little something here. So obviously Kid's going to play a 3-cost character rested. He does have a decent amount of cards in him, but he needs a blocker here because Gecko is a big attacker. And I'm pretty sure he has a Sabo as well. That card that's rested on the next to Sabo. I think that's the Sabo that pops a 5-cost. So. All right, this sashimi is actually getting a little bit better. Now I left it out. I froze it for like an hour, and it was a little frozen. It was a little crunchy because it was like kind of frozen and frosty. But now that it's kind of cold coming down, it's pretty good. All right, so he's gonna play nothing with the Kid. Definitely an interesting call, and he's gonna swing 6 into the Sabo, and he's gonna block with that Sabo to protect the other Sabo. So now he has a 1 blocker, a Gecko, a Sabo right there that just came up on the screen. The 5/6 that trashes or KOs a 5-cost against a Kid with 2 life, a couple cards in hand. The Kid came into play tapped. Comes into play rested. I don't get it. What are you guys talking about? Does everything Lim play come into play rested? Even if it's not like an Odyssey character? Is that what you guys are talking about? Another Gecko here. It's looking pretty good for our everything rested. Everything Lim plays comes in rested. That's actually crazy, dude. That's actually crazy. This deck is ass, bro. This deck sucks. Why is everyone trolling, bro? Why is everyone trolling? We gotta get this guy to fix his camera angle for sure. Hody Jones comes in rested. So wait, so the 9-cost Zoro comes in rested too, bro? No way Lin does that, man. I'm about to read this effect right now. No way Lin comes in rested. Or Zoro comes in rested. Let me look at this real quick. One Piece TCG. Let me look at this card, bro. No way Lin does that. That's terrible. Let me look. Hold on. I know. I just want to look for myself, though. Card list. We'll go OP09 here. Lim. All right, Lim says your characters are. Oh, that's so bad. Oh man, your characters' cards are played rested. Activate main once per turn. You may rest 3 of your Dawn cards. Add 1 Dawn from your Dawn deck as ramp, basically, and then play an Odyssey character. Okay, that's terrible, bro. Why would anyone play this deck? Yeah, these guys' camera angles are brutal for sure. Hey, I appreciate them playing though. If you guys want to play, definitely sign up next time. I'm excited to see the next round. I want to see some leaders I can actually commentate on. Because whatever's going on here is not the move. looks like Arax on the top right here. Just goes ahead. She goes crazy in OPO 10 with the new support though. Does she? What's the new support? I thought it started in 30. You thought what started in 30? Nah, man. Damn, Sean. Should have played, bro. Should have played. We'd love to have you on here. Show these guys what's up. Now, ramping to Zoro is great as long as it's not a removal deck or other purple deck. I don't know, man. Ramping to Zoro and then just having that rested just feels not very good. You have like no cards to protect it too. He bought a page of limbs to sell for $10. Stocks right there, bro. Well, you buy the limb for $9 and resell it for 10, dude. You do that a million times, you're gonna make $1 million. Your buddy's got a vision. Your buddy's got a vision. This guy with the camera angle is actually killing me, bro. This is so funny. Audio is pretty good in the limb deck. See, you guys are talking to me. I don't know any of this stuff. I don't know what any of this stuff does. But board state not looking too good right now. He's got a blocker, 1 life, 7k leader, or 2 blockers, 7k leader, punch Luffy, Gecko. It's not looking great. It's not looking great to say the least. I mean, what does Lim do to win this game here? Can you move your name a little to the left? I can't see the Gecko. All right, so this game's kind of a slaughter. I'm not gonna lie, but oh man, the 10 cost Linlin comes out, bro. That card's crazy, dude. Comes out rested too. That's so funny, man. That's so funny. All right, so I guess while we wait for Lim to die here, we'll talk about something else. We'll talk about something else. Do you guys think that Hinata gets gangbanged by Naruto's clones? I asked the Discord this, but no one came with an answer. Do you guys think Hinata's freaky like that or no? What do you guys think? Bro, I actually just played the Lim. Oh shit. What does that card do? Bro, this is probably not the matchup Lim wants to see though, does it? Hey, I would too, Armdo. I would too. Alright. Alright, I almost choked on my sashimi right there. Clone Jutsu. Alright. We'll be right back, guys. We'll see if there's any other games still going on. Looks like we got one coming on still. Where's this at? Pop out. All right. Battle of the bad camera angles again. we got we got our buddy up here on the top playing Dofy with the sideways camera right here. This is killing me, bro. This is absolutely killing me, bro. Hey, I'm glad everyone's having a good time in this chat, man. This is hilarious. All right. Let me put this down a little bit. All right, there we go. So it looks like a 4-Dawn play bounces the beige back into hand. He's going to swing what? 11? 10? 9? What is that? How much Dawn is that? 9 into leader probably. Play the boa, look at the top 3, and then he's going to put the rest of Dawn on the boa or on that guy. So 1 2 3. I think that's 11. 1 2 3 4 5 6. I think that's 11 into life. So that's a 0 cost event going to 8k. That's a 10k with the Apu. He needs, I think, a 2k more. And 2 1ks, Carrot and Carrot, my baby girl right there. So Dofy player is in decent shape, I will say. He is at what is it called? He is at 5 life, and he's definitely gonna use the boa as a blocker here. Boa is definitely gonna die as a blocker. I will say, I do think Kid actually wins this game for funny as bad as it looks for the body player. I think Kid actually might win this game because what's going to happen is he could just put the what is it called? He can put the Doflamingo player at like a on a 2-turn clock by just swinging with Hody, Bonnie, and then Shanks into leader, and then using the Kid as a little bit of a barrier to be able to win the game. But he doesn't have Kid here, I don't think, unless he uses the other 9 Dawn to play it from hand. He's going to go 8 into probably the boa here. The boa definitely goes down, and then he has 2 more attacks going into life. A little bit of a missed sequence here. I definitely would have done the Bonnie first, depending on how much the Bonnie swings for. But he's going to go 8 with that guy. Bonnie's probably going to swing for as many because he swung with that one first, the Hody first. I do like how the Shanks is an 11k. It feels nice. You let it do with feet on camera. So that's 9 with the Bonnie into leader, 11 into leader. Gonna take that. Put him on a little bit of a 2-turn clock here. This guy is on at 2 life now. So he's gonna play a Rouge and pass. Is that the play here? Didn't he have a beige in hand, guys? Shouldn't he just have swung 8 and played the beige? Because he definitely has the law in hand. He can just bounce the Rouge. Oh, he has the Dof. He has the law already coming up on the top. Yeah. Play the Jinbei, and then the Jinbei plays the law, bouncing the law back and going into leader right there. All right. Well, bouncing the Jinbei. Probably should have bounced the law either way, but yeah, 11 or 14 into leader, and there's the game right there. Dofy versus Bonnie. I feel like it's a pretty free matchup for Dofy. I hardly ever lose to Bonnie. It's just too much removal, and they have to play around pudding. Definitely tough. All right. So that should be the last of round 1. So I'll be right back, guys, and we'll get round 2 started.
All right. That's cool. All right.
Thank you.
Put some
Thank you.
headphones on.
All right, all right, all right. We are back with the round. Let me go ahead and put the window capture on here. Table one's looking like it looks like what is this? I can't see glare. Enel versus Blackbeard, it looks like. Enel versus Blackbeard. So this is gonna be a fun one. Who do you guys think is gonna win this game? Apparently, people, Bio Mojo included, think that Enel has some sauce into Blackbeard. I personally don't think so. We'll see how it goes. But I'm going with Blackbeard on this one. I'm going on with Blackbeard on this one. Yeah, it just turns off the deck. Yeah, people think you can just like Rygo it and shit. It might be the one time I'm rooting for Enel though. What do you guys think? Like I absolutely hate Enel, but like I am a big fan of the underdog. Huge fan of the underdog. So I don't know. Who you guys rooting for in this one? Hmm. A bad Blackbeard is free for Enel. All right. That's what I'm thinking too. And he's even got the yellow sleeves to match. This is diabolical work right here. Is that Calgara actually? Is that what it is? What leader is that? Let me ask him real quick.
Yeah,
Hey,
everything's burning now.
what leader is that? I can't see as a glare.
It's an L.
Oh,
But
it's
this
an
is
L,
the
okay.
funny one from the sound loader. I want to play the
Gotcha.
music for you.
All right, cool. Good luck, guys. All right. So that's apparently what it is. It is the Enel. Let me go ahead and change the round real quick while we're getting everything set up. Let's see. Round number dose. Then we got bottom leader playing BB. Bottom name Swaggy. Swaggy on BB. Top leader, we got Enel. And who's piloting that? Actually, who is? Oh, Yaga. Yeah, Yaga. Okay. All right, boys. Let's get it started. Let's see what we got here. Let's read a catch up on the chat. Your success depends on how good you are at shuffling your deck. That is very, very true, bro. I can't tell you how many games I've lost to just like not seeing a single like Jinbei or Weevil and just playing like Croc off the top of my deck like over and over again. It's absolute disaster. Looks like both the camera angles are actually good on this one though. We got some decent camera angles. All right. How's y'all's day going, by the way? What are y'all up to? I had a long day at work. Super long day. I only work like 6 hours a day, but I feel like sometimes that shit's like feels like 10 hours a day. And I have no hot like coworkers either, so it's like it fucking sucks, dude. Can't like mac on anybody like in between like working and chilling, bro. It sucks. You guys ever notice like when you have like a really hot like coworker, like the day just like flies? You guys ever notice that or no? Do you get Monday off? Do I get Monday off? I don't know. Do I get Monday off? I'd have to ask about that. I actually I don't remember. I hope I do, man, because I kind of need a little bit of a break, man. I work for marketing for this big company. I don't want to say what though, because I feel like people can like just do some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like people are gonna people are gonna like try to like contact him or something. But yeah, I'm in the marketing department for this big like hotel company. Um, yeah, that's what I do. And work simulation one. Yeah, projects. Sundoku said that Shanks player was struggling. Bro needs a coach. Man, nah, that guy's pretty cool from what I've heard. I heard that guy's pretty decent now. Made a lot of progress. All right, so looks like we are playing the stage version of Blackbeard. In this matchup right here, what you're looking for is basically you don't even want to use your leader effect until they get to like their 8 Dawn turn, because that's when they can put the Katakuri or use the Katakuri to put the Burgess on the top of your life or the bottom of your life. And you basically just put them down to 1 as quickly as possible. I know what happens is a lot of times you put them down to 1 and then you just start like stacking Blackbeards and attacking into their life with your leader, and hopefully they don't have like a ton of Rygos, obviously. But if they do have a ton of Rygos, you still get a card out of their hand every single time. And the Enel players a little terrified of going down to 1 life against Blackbeard, because how long can they go down to 1 life? Before something happens, like before they just like die, right? Because if you keep chaining Blackbeards, they're going to keep discarding cards over and over again, and you're just going to crack into their life. He is going to trigger a liberation to stop the leader effect. Why would he trigger that liberation right there, though? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm tripping, guys. I'm tripping. He played Onami to swing 6 into leader to banish, and then he banished the liberation. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm absolutely smoking crack today, dude. Absolutely smoking crack today. Do you even attack, though? Make them pay life to remove your Blackbeards with Rygo? I believe you do attack. Because if you don't, then they're... Like, your Blackbeards don't really do a whole lot. That's what I'm thinking. So think of it like this, right? If you don't attack into them, they're just going to be at like 4 life, and then you don't really have a lot of pressure, and they actually have a leader effect at that point. Whereas if you put them at 1 life and like you pressure, like you play cards like Burgess and Van Augur and stuff like that, then even if they Rygo the Blackbeard, you still are able to like pierce into their life like over and over and over again, if that makes sense. I think that's the route. Am I wrong for thinking that? I mean, I haven't really played this matchup too much. I've played Blackbeard a decent amount, but just not heavily. I believe that is the route, though. Like just understanding these two decks, like Enel, if you leave them at 4 life, then they can pop all of your shit basically with well, I guess they can't. Because they don't have on plays. But if you leave them at 4 life, then I feel like your Burgess doesn't really put in a lot of pressure. Neither does your 10 cost Blackbeard. But if you put them at 1 life and then use your Blackbeard to turn off their leader effect and swing like twice with Burgess, you basically get rid of every card from their hand. That's basically how I think this matchup goes. The Rizzler said, "Do you have any tips for lethal?" It's a very broad topic, but you always want to attack with the characters first that can be hit by triggers, right? So if you're playing against black and you have a Hina on the board, you attack with the Hina first because it can get Tempest kicked or Ice Aged and get KO'd, right? You always want to attack with smallest numbers first, and you always want to save Dawn up just in case you don't end up going for lethal if you have another play instead, possibly. Basically my tips. Yeah, Burgess the MVP in this matchup. It's that's why I say that you should pressure into life, because Burgess, when you play Blackbeard, just basically they don't have a leader effect, and if you can like double swing Burgess for like 9k, they'd have to give you 3 cards and they go down to 0 life and they just instantly die. So a 6k with the Onami into leader right here. The Burgess does come down. He's going to go ahead and take this. No trigger at all. I will say Blackbeard does need to be a little bit careful. He's going to go ahead and take this as well, going down to 2 life. Blackbeard does need to be a little bit careful in this matchup, though, guys, because if it goes down too low, then the Enel player can just pressure his life heavily with the big guys that he does play. So, for example, the Katakuri, the Ace, the Yamato. And, of course, they don't have it on plays, but it is going to be a little bit of a problem if you decide to go down too early and now you're having to counter out of 9k attacks. Even though you can get a great block in with the 12 cost Blackbeard or the 10 cost Blackbeard, it's definitely not it's something you have to set up for, and going down too low is a little bit scary, especially when you can just give them a 2k to get out of the Onami swing. So it's definitely something to keep in mind, guys, whenever you're going for lethal or whenever you're trying to set up like, or playing a deck like a setup deck like Blackbeard. So he's going to go into Lafitte here. Lafitte's going to search the top 5 for a Blackbeard character. He's going to get the 10 cost Blackbeard, which is really strong. He does have Burgess on the board already, which is really good as well. But he does need to get to 10 Dawn safely, which is the only issue. He does tap stage here, discarding another stage. Looking at the top 3, that stage is going to be very, very, very imperative for boosting the Burgess to a higher amount. He does get a second Blackbeard as well, so he definitely has them chained, and with the Burgess, that is really, really, really powerful. I just want to let you guys know, if he does go 10 cost Blackbeard into if he goes 10 cost Blackbeard and shuts off Enel's leader effect and just swings 9 with the Burgess, if he puts him at 0, he has no way of healing. He's just pretty much automatically dead. So he's going to swing 7 into the Onami. He's going to tap a Dawn, play a Vasco shot, and then activate his leader effect because I'm pretty sure he's at 8 Dawn now or 9 Dawn going into turn. He's going to discard a Dock Q and turn off leader or turn off on plays. And now it looks like Burgess is a 7k character. Damn, this sushi's actually fucking banging, guys. It's so good. Might have found my new snack. So expensive though, oh my god. So, catch you guys up on a little bit of what's going on with me. I am officially now an alcoholic. I drown my sorrows in alcohol, but not in a depressing way, in like a G way. So that's fun. I'm going to Florida, going back home for a little bit to go to my friend's wedding. And yeah, that's gonna be cool. Looks like our Enel player does play into a Lucy. Lucy's a tech card that people are playing to deal with stuff like, for example, Burgess, because it doesn't have any on plays, and then it does rest Burgess. So if you swing 7 into leader and rest the Burgess, then you can't swing into it, but that Vasco shot definitely does kind of thwart that. He does tap a Dawn to play This Is My Age. I'm pretty sure that's what that card's called. Yep. Living the Rayleigh life, bro. I just want to be drunk all the time because life's more fun when you're drunk. Drinking, gambling, getting STDs, like those are the 3 things that I need to do in 2025 more. All right. I need to collect the STDs like they're the fucking Infinity Stones. So he's going to tap stage here. Stage is going to discard a Van Augur, look for the top 3. What is he searching for at this point, though? Depends on what he has in his hand. He has the Vasco shot, which is super helpful. Maybe another Vasco shot might be good to help deal with the pressure that comes from Lucy. The thing is, if he turns this Burgess sideways to apply pressure, then he can just rest the Vasco shot, which is definitely not what you're going to do. Yeah, didn't know there was a G way of being an alcoholic. Learn something new. Yeah, dude, there's a cool way and there's a bad way. Like, if you're an alcoholic that just like makes everyone around you miserable, then you're not a G, bro. Like, it's just you're like the shitty alcoholic. But if you're an alcoholic that just like has a good time and like just like wallows in the self-pity, but like you don't like say anything about it, you're a stoic, that's like way cooler. Yeah. I mean, you still do search, yeah. You're discarding a card, and then search for a card with your top 3. But yeah, of course, the benefit is just like boosting Burgess up, basically like an extra 1k power, basically almost every turn. He should be close to being a 9k with the Burgess right there, which makes him really tough to actually get off the board. I will say that. He does have a lot of Dawn up. He has 7 Dawn up right now. From what it looks like, that could be a Van Augur. It could be something else. It could be Jack. I know Jack doesn't really do anything right here, but it could just be a setup play. Just playing the Van Augur obviously is strong right here too, because you're just establishing a body. Is this just 7? Is this just 10 into leader? I don't know. I mean, that's definitely not the right call. He does have 3 Blackbeards in hand though, so his hand probably doesn't have a whole lot. I'm reading the comments in my Discord right now, actually. Apparently, the guy that beat Mello actually lives in Vegas. I didn't see his face, though. Or I wasn't paying attention to his face. Does he live in Vegas? That's hilarious if he does. So is he just going to play a Vasco shot and pass? Is that the move? I definitely think you should swing in here. Because when you start chaining Blackbeards, that's like the move, right? The move is just to like play Blackbeard, swing 9 into leader, and force him to use like 3 cards to counter. Yeah, definitely not the move right there, boys. 100%, 100%, 100%. Swing into leader right there. Biomojo said Enel is the only bannable leader right now. You are actually like smoking crack, dude. Enel is okay. So Enel is really annoying. I don't think it's ban worthy right now. I think its support makes it like kind of broken. I could see it like if the support is good, I could see them banning the leader. So like the yellow deck can like other yellow decks can keep the good support. unless the support is like generically for Enel and like no other leader can use it. But usually it's not the case because it's like Calgara can use it and shit like that. 9 into probably leader. He's gonna rest, I would assume, probably the Vasco shot. Either Vasco shot or the Burgess. I don't think he's gonna rest the Burgess though. It just doesn't make any sense. Dofi is not bannable at all, guys. Dofi is not bannable. It is if Lucci and Black Yellow Luffy could fucking like spit out 25 Dawn worth of shit and pop your whole board and be a 9k leader, then Dofi can play a Warlord for 4 costs. Like, they can play a free Warlord from your hand. People are smoking crack on Dofi, bro. There's so many broken decks in the game, and Dofi's not one of them. Dofi's just really consistent, which is good. I think Black Yellow Luffy's the only bannable deck right now. But realistically, I think Gecko Moria just got to go. It's just got to go. Definitely not the move here, I would say. A 7 into leader, I definitely think you counter this. Maybe even block it, but definitely counter it for sure. The block comes out. I don't know, guys. I'm not really liking the way this Blackbeard player is playing too much. I will say that. I'm definitely thinking he's taking a little bit too much life. He's discarding a This Is My Age, boosting up the Burgess to a 9k finally, which is great. Leaving him at 2 life though, definitely a big mistake in my defense, or in my opinion. He's gonna search for a Liberation. It's probably the only card he could get, because he's gonna start just chain dropping Blackbeards over and over and over again, which is the move right there. And just punch into life as many times as you can. Beebs asked what charity. I haven't found the charity yet, but I'm gonna donate to whatever charity that I find that can support people that are recovering from the California wildfire. So that is the charity that we're going to donate to. As soon as we're done the stream, I'll figure out how much we're going to donate to them, and obviously, make it known that that's what we did. So guys, I said this in the very beginning of the stream, but any donations, any Prime subs that we get on Twitch, anything like that, feel free to. That's all going to go to people from California to be able to recover from the wildfires. So that's what we're doing this stream for. All right. The Blackbeard coming down a 9 into leader right there, putting him at 1 life. He's gonna go ahead and freeze the Lucy, which is really strong. They should make Gecko a 5k power character. Yeah, I think they learned their lesson with Gecko, and that's why like that character for Usopp it's like what, like a 7. It's like a 7-6 or something like that, or a 7-5. It's like something like not that big. You think Rebecca's the most broken? I think Gecko is actually the way more broken. Like Rebecca with Gecko is obviously insane, but I think if you had to ban one or the other, I think Gecko is like way more. It's just way better. But again, it is a linchpin like so many black decks that if you ban it, black is just immediately terrible. That's my opinion on it. What do you guys think? So turning off his leader effect, obviously, he does Rygo the Blackbeard. He has so many of them though, it doesn't really matter. He's gonna go ahead and put him at. This is a 5 into leader, or 7 into leader. So it's just gonna be 7 into leader. I would just take this one probably, and then counter the second one, and then leave the Vasco shot up just to block like a really big attack in the future, because you don't want him to swing 15. You have to block with the 3 1Ks. This bro, like low key, this might actually be kind of dicey for the Blackbeard player. Like it sounds absolutely stupid, but it could be the case. Luckily, he did save that Vasco shot though, because now he can be a little bit aggressive into life with the what is it called? With the Burgess. So now he can put him at 0 life, and he probably just wins. Because he has the Vasco shot, which is like super important. So this is 5 into life, 10 into leader. He probably is going to be able to get. Oh, actually, that's a lot of cards in hand. Maybe not. Blackbeard is fine with Gecko being banned. Well, yeah, Blackbeard's fine. He had the Rygo. They should try restricting it to 3 per deck. I think if you're going to restrict Gecko, you make it a 2 of. I think restricting to 2 might be the right call. Imagine Enel playing the S Shark unblockable. That would be fucking hilarious. Do you think they would do that? You're playing a one of in your list? That is so funny, bro. So I think he can make this Burgess an 11k actually. Potentially. He only has a couple cards in hand though, and I know he has another Blackbeard. So I know one of those cards is a Blackbeard based on what he searched. So I think the move here is you keep that Blackbeard just for like, you just have to keep the Blackbeard. He only has 2 attacks next turn. You have 2 blockers either way. So if you don't kill him this turn, you just kill him next turn. He discards a stronger. Super, super, super telling right there. So just for another 2k, so I guess it's not bad. 5 to Nami and 9 to Nami. No, you don't need to kill the Nami here. You just go 5 into leader. You go 5 into leader and then 10 into leader. That's pretty much what you do, because you put him at 0 life and you force him to like just try to kill you next turn, and he just can't do that because if he attacks for anything that's like super big, you block with Vasco Shot. If he attacks for anything small, you can block with Blackbeard. So he's like completely fine on that aspect. And then also, he's gonna be at 0 life. So next turn you have like a Burgess that can swing like 22, and then you have the Blackbeard. That's pretty much how you win this matchup right here. So he counters the 5 with that guy. He's gonna swing 10 into I assume this would be leader, right? It just doesn't make sense to not be leader. You definitely need a rush character right here, though. If he has a rush now, this could be really strong. This is a 10k into leader, so he has to use 3 2ks. He doesn't use it though. Raigo wins this game, or any tapping character. So like an Amaru could win. And not exactly. Amaru doesn't win this. Amaru doesn't win this game right now, because Amaru rests the Vasco Shot and you just swing like really tall, and then you just block with Blackbeard, and then you play the other Blackbeard, and you're still like totally fine. Yeah, I think that's the route right there. And Amaru could be helpful. I just don't think so. Let's see. He does count, or he does discard the other Blackbeard though with his leader effect. That's a little interesting to say the least. I'm not gonna lie to you. He must have the other Blackbeard in hand, because he needs that Blackbeard to prevent the Enel from healing. I would have discarded any other card than the Blackbeard right there, even a 2k counter, because it's like, I mean, I guess he could have the Russian Enel, and then that could be the case. He does have the Raigo. Oh, he has Raigo again, actually. Wait. Maybe that's right. Yeah, the Raigo into a 7k, 7k. I mean, if he has it, he has it. He has 2 cards in hand. 7 into leader. Does he have it, boys? He blocks it. And then 7k into leader. He doesn't have it. And Enel beats the Blackbeard. Wow. And what did I tell you guys? What did I tell you? You can't take that much life as Blackbeard, because then you get pressured down. And bro, I got the observational hockey, bro. The observational hockey. 2 swings won the game. Omega cost. Yeah, guys, that's the thing. Is like, this matchup is like super free for Blackbeard if you just like don't go down too much in life. You can take the first hit, that's totally fine, but you got to hover at like 2 life or even 1 life when you start playing the Blackbeards, because if you do that, then you're gonna be able to win the game. But he wasn't able to do that. He went low way too quickly, even when he could have countered, it felt like. And it kind of just cost him, to be honest with you. So yeah, interesting game, that one. Congrats to Yaga for winning that game. That was super unfavored for him. So we'll stop this and see what games are on next. Give me 1 second, guys. We got the battle of the bad angles, bro. We got we got the fucking guy whose phone's taped to the wall versus sideways Dofi. Oh man, bro, this is actually the littest angle. So it's BY versus Dofi. Our Dofi player is about to die. I'm not gonna lie. He only has 1 life. I don't know how many cards he has in hand just yet, but I can't really see the board that well. Give me 1 second. Yo, Arax, we can't really see your board that well right now.
Oh, okay.
All right. Got a Gecko and a, what is that? A Garp? Gecko and Garp. Looks like plenty of cards in hand going into his 10 Dawn turn. Yeah, it's not looking great for our BY player, or our Gecko, our Dofi player. That is for sure. That is for sure. He said, okay, let me readjust my scotch tape. Oh, man. That is so funny, bro. This guy's actually the GOAT. Guy's actually the GOAT. All right, so he's got a Gecko. He's got a Garp. Full facial. All right. Obviously, this is probably going to be a Gecko play. I mean, he has tons of cards in hand. No way he doesn't have Gecko. He's pitching a Shirahoshi off leader effect. The problem with this board state right here, guys, is while the Dofi player does have, it looks like, a decent amount of cards in hand, he doesn't have any blockers, which is very, very, very unfortunate. He only has 1 life left, so realistically, this guy can just pressure him down and put him at 0. And if he's in a position where he can basically put him on a 2-turn clock, he gets to a position where he just can't lose the game. Because what's going to happen right here is he's gonna play the Shirahoshi, he's gonna play the Luffy. Luffy's gonna go ahead and pop more than likely the Weevil, and then he's going to swing 11 into leader or 9 into leader and put the Dofi player at 0. And then if he can just survive the next turn, the Dofi player just has no math to be able to get out of the 2 Gecko attacks coming out next turn. So yeah, it's not looking great for our Dofi player right here. The Buggy player still is in the tournament. He just had a bye, but he's going to be in the next game for sure. Adjusting the scotch tape one more time, making sure that it is good to go so we can see his crazy play. And then we got bro, this is so funny, bro. This top player's camera view is so wild. Like, come on. No. He's traveling, guys. He's actually traveling. This is better than you might think. He's at like some like hotel or something like that, or he's like visiting a friend. So he wanted to play in this tournament, and hey, I respect him, man. He taped his shit to the wall and played in this tournament. So I actually appreciate it, bro. Thanks for playing, man. Thanks for taping your shit to the wall and playing. I appreciate that. This is a little bit scary for sure for the Doflamingo player. He is on a clock. Yeah, bro, he is grinding. He is going to play a Gecko, which is probably going to go into a Boa to get a blocker. I don't think that's really the right call because he can't really survive this turn. I don't think so. Yeah, I just don't think it's possible. 1 life, 1 blocker. I mean, I guess he's gonna do what he has to do, but yeah, I think he's pretty safe right here, I will say. So it looks like Arax is doing pretty good right here. Going into Boa, Boa looking at the top 3. I mean, what can he even get to that he can get out of this? Maybe a Weevil to draw a card. Is that the move? Giving the Rested Dawn to the Dofi, drawing a card, getting a 2K. Maybe even a Jinbei to play another Boa. That might be the only answer. The problem is you're put in this board state right here, you're perpetually countering over and over and over again, and perpetually blocking, because even if he plays another Boa here, what's going to happen is he's just going to have to block with both the Boas, and he basically just wipes his board anyway. He does have a good amount of cards in hand though, so maybe he would be able to survive this turn, but even then I don't think it's like super likely. 1 blocker, 0 life. He just blocks with the Shirahoshi here. This definitely is a turn where you use the Gecko to swing into leader. I would have personally used I'm sorry, not the Gecko, the Teach here. I would have personally used the Teach to put 2 Dawn on Jinbei and at least swing 7 to get a card out of hand. To try to put some type of pressure on him. I mean, I think this player right here on the top is just, I don't think it's possible for him to lose this game from this position. What are you guys thinking? What are you guys thinking? Yeah, 9 into leader. This is just a load on commitment right here. Gets 3 cards out of hand regardless. Another 9 into leader. What he could also do is he could just. Oh, he popped the. Yeah, it's over. It is over. And then he's saving Dawn up too, just in case. Just put himself at 2 life. It's not looking great. He has so much counter too. Yeah. Yeah, it's I think if any deck needs to get banned, it's BY. Like, BY's just got to go. They've been good since set 6. It was set like the end of set 6. It was good. Set 7. It was good. Set 8. It's been good. Set 9. It's been good. It's just got to go. They banned Sakazuki. They banned Law for being good for 2 or 3 formats in a row. It's time for Gecko. Or it's time for Saka to go, or BY to go. All right, guys. That is that round right there. We'll be back with the next round.
Yes, I saw it today.
Yo,
What up, Jay?
so the winner of this gets to play against Black Yellow, bro. I'm so excited. Oh my god. I'm so hyped to play against B-Diff for 6 sets in a row. Let's go, dude.
Dang, brother.
All right, guys, you got it. You asked for it, you got it. We got Buggy versus Enel in our round right here. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Let me go ahead and change the round real quick. We got Trace, round Trace. Then we got who's playing Enel? Yaga on Enel. Bottom name Yaga. I love this graphics layout, by the way, guys. It's so cool. I paid someone like $100 to make the the background, and with like the shooting stars and the night sky, and the moon. It's like really, really, really cool. I love it. So hopefully you guys like it too. It's very calming. I'm a child of the moon myself. A child of the moon. All right. So let's see what we got here. Buggy versus Enel. Who wins this matchup, by the way, guys? Who wins this matchup? I have no idea. Wish right now, wish right now, wish right now. Buggy May with 10 drop Buggy. I feel like Buggy wins this matchup, doesn't he? Because he just floods the board with a bunch of guys you can't really pop. I mean, I feel like Buggy wins this, doesn't it? So Buggy's gonna play the Searcher. Search for a stage. Does anybody know what that stage? I'm gonna lean on y'all's expertise on this one. Anyone know what that stage does? Or that event does? It looks like a stage, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think Enel loses this matchup. I think Enel does lose this matchup. So I'm gonna say Buggy's gonna win this one. I put that on my Timberlands, bro. I put that on my Jordan 1s. Alright, I left my sashimi out too long. It's disgusting now. Ugh. Ah. Fucking spitting it out. Ugh. That was disgusting. There's like a sweet spot where like you warm up the sashimi just a little bit and then it gets better, but now it's too warm. Now it's too warm. What does the stage do? It just cycles hand? Is that what it does? It's basically like what Blackbeard stage does. It's beyond to Yeah, it's like when my therapist tells me I need to talk to a therapist. I'm like, kind of like the popular podcast Hawk Tua, right? Is that kind of what you meant? All right. So 5 Dawn, this is where Buggy starts doing Buggy stuff. I assume you would, oh, he already knows what he wants. He's going to go 5 and delete it right here. If you're an Enel player, you just take this life, no doubt. Say that again. Say that again. I assume with Enel you just take this unless you do want to cushion yourself going down to 1 because you are about to take a lot of damage. So maybe you don't take this after all, because if you drop Crocodile and play another body, that's pretty devastating. Discards the Jozu off leader, plays the Crocodile. Crocodile plays, I believe it's the Mihawk, or yeah, the Mihawk that draws 2 and trashes 1. I believe that's what it is. That's the alternate art for it, right? Trash is some type of character that I don't know. Again, guys, I don't really know too much about. Is that Daz Bones? Play Daz Bones. Okay, yeah, guys, I don't know anything about. Okay, Daz Bones draws 2 and then trashes 1. Yeah, I don't know too much about Buggy, like I said earlier, so definitely need y'all's help on this one. Trash to peel off. Is that peel off right there? Oh, that's the alternate art for peel off. My boys need to clean their room. Yeah, that's a fact, bro. Looks like he's got is that a scooter he has in the top in the background right there? The top player. Does he have a scooter in his room? Dazbones. By the way, guys, Dazbones is a really strong card. I think everyone needs to pick up like a bunch of copies of Dazbones. That card's gonna go up to the fucking moon the second like a good Impel Down deck gets released. So, my financial advice right now is pick up as many Dazbones as you can, and then wait for them to go up in price, and then just sell them, because that card is fucking insane. Draw 2, trash 1 with a 1k counter is just really good. This stream smells strong as fuck. Oh shit. Yeah, it's like when you're like, how did you know I was a League of Legends player? It's like, yeah, I'm a League of Legends player. How could you tell? It's like, no, bro. It's how could I smell? Yeah, I could smell. Looks like he plays a Lucy here on his 6 Dawn turn. Goes ahead and goes 5 into leader. Doesn't play around any. So this is the second time where our Buggy player is just like taking a shit ton of damage without ever really considering about countering. I think this is definitely a 5K that you counter. What do you guys think about that one? Yeah, Daz Bones is yeah, well, no, Daz Bones draws 2 trashes 1, and then if your leader is Baroque Works, you gain 1,000 power for every 2 events. Yeah, I know what Daz Bones does. Yeah, but you still get the draw 2 trash 1 though. Does Daz Bones put shit at the bottom of the deck? I don't understand. What is that? What is that? Or is that the Buggy? Is that what the stage does? Does the stage put the cards at the bottom of the deck? Yeah. Okay, gotcha. That makes sense. So he's gonna search for a Croc here with the stage. You lose hand because you pitch a card for leader and play a card, so it's really hard for hand to stay alive. Yeah, but you play Pilaf in this deck too, though, right? So he's gonna go ahead and play Croc. Croc's gonna go ahead and play the Daz Bones again. Draw 2, trash 1. Gonna trash the Gravity Blade. That's probably the right choice. Gravity Blade isn't that great in this matchup. However, Gravity Blade hits both of these characters right here, so maybe there's actually a reason to keep that Gravity Blade in hand. But it depends on what is in the rest of his deck. Or the rest in his hand, that's for sure. Because he does have Shirahoshi and Lucy. Both are targets for Gravity Blade. Of course, it's probably not what you're going to do next turn, but it definitely is an option. You want to keep your options you want to keep your options high. So he's going to go ahead and play Lucy. Lucy's going to draw a card from his deck, rest a 4 cost, which is just going to be the 1 cost guy right there, and then add a card from the top of his life or his deck to his life. So a nice little +1 that Lucy is right there. It's also kind of hard to get off the board because it is a 7K body. So attacking into it definitely isn't. Okay, well, the Gravity Blade right there, bottom deck's the Shirahoshi. So he probably doesn't have another Gravity Blade in his hand. So maybe he's just not worried about the Lucy at all, like it drawing 1 card, but it is a little scary. He is at 8 Dawn here, though, so playing a Katakuri could realistically give him an extra life. So Pilaf is either a 3 Dawn or 9 Dawn play. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Or even an 8 Dawn play for that example. He's going to go 5 into leader. He's going to go ahead and counter with the 1K counter. Tapping 8 Dawn, I assume this is Katakuri. Katakuri is going to put probably the Crocodile on the top of his life. Or the bottom of his life, I would say. Yep. Still a decent amount of pressure for the Buggy player right here. A decent amount of pressure. Depends on what he's going to do. Depends on what he's going to do. I personally wouldn't really want to be... I wouldn't want to keep that Lucy alive. He's going to go 5K into leader. He is at 9 Dawn, though, so I wonder what he's going to do with this 9 Dawn. This could be a Pilaf turn. He's going to counter with the Kuzan right here. He's going to tap 6 Dawn right here and play a Mihawk, I believe it is. And Mihawk's going to draw 2 trash 1. I believe that's the Mihawk, right, guys? Yeah, he's going to trash the 1K counter searcher. He does have 3 Dawn up, which could be a peel-off. There's been multiple games, though, or multiple turns that we saw already where he has been keeping 3 Dawn open. So it leads me to believe he does play something like Deathwink or maybe even Love Love Mellow. But why keep 3 Dawn up if you're going to play Love Love Mellow? Because it's only a 2-cost card. So 5 into leader. He's going to pass? I don't know about that one, guys. Is that a strat or what? Is he just trying to keep his characters alive so he can go into Buggy on the following turn? Is that the play? I think that is the play, but yeah, I don't know, dude. No, the Lucy didn't get bottom deck because he triggered the Gravity Blade. Yeah, Buggy can't risk losing his board. Okay, yeah, gotcha. Okay, just wanted to make sure. That's what we were doing here. Wants to keep board for the 10 cost. That makes a lot of sense, but still, dude. I mean, if he has the Deathwink, why he's not going to lose his board anyway? So why is he concerned about that? He's gonna take 2 damage. He's gonna play a Rush Ace now too, and then attack for 10K. I feel like the move was to pressure down his life. I think that was actually a huge mistake. I think that's a huge mistake, personally, guys. He's gonna counter with 2/2Ks and the Mihawk right here. I don't know, man. I think that was pretty neg. I think now the Buggy loses. Like the Enel player has like 30 cards in hand. There's just no way. He can't clear any of them either because he has 2 Daz Bones. He has the Mihawk. or the crocodile, and he has a Mihawk. I don't think he has a way of doing that. He's gonna use the stage to draw 2, and then discard. It's discard 2, right? What is okay? I'm sorry. So did someone tell me what the stage did again? I'm tripping. Does the stage draw 2 cards? It's fucking broken. Someone tell me what stage does. It hypercycles hand. Oh, it's double 10 cost Buggy? Is that what you guys think it is? That would be pretty fucking good. Bottom deck 2, draw. Wait, that card's fucking insane. Bottom deck 2, draw 2? That card's broken. I can't look it up because the well, I mean, I guess I could look it up. Shit. Fuck you, Mello. Oh, look at that. I couldn't look it up because now my screen goes away. So, I can't look it up. Only because Buggy can use it. That card's fucking insane, dude. Holy shit. So he's going to tap 5, discard 2 cards. Play the wanted Buggy over that guy. Bottom deck the ace. That's fucking insane. Oh my god. He's playing around a trigger too, which is like super helpful. And I assume he goes 6 into the leader as well. Or 5 into leader. He still only does have 1 life though. It's a little scary personally. He's gonna counter with the Gadatsu. He has a lot of attacks here. He can attack with Crocodile. Put him on a you should definitely have it type thing. Play the second Buggy. Buggy bottom decks the Katakuri right there. Honestly, I probably would have bottom decked the Lucy if it were me. Only has 1 card in hand. That's a little rough. And a 10 cost ace could actually win him this game, depending on what his card is in hand. He can't rest. He can't rest the what's it called? A Raigo could win him this game too, actually. Yeah, Raigo just wins him this game by just popping the thing. A rush ace if he doesn't have a 2k. If he doesn't have a 1k counter, he just loses automatically here. So 5 into leader. Gives him the. I mean, you literally just have to counter with this card right here. There's no other way. Counter with this, take the 7, and then block the 10. Oh, he's tripping. He's smoking cock and balls. Unless it's a Gum Gum Rain. Is he tripping or what, guys? What's going on here? If you counter that, you counter that. Oh, he didn't have the counter. And then 10 into leader right there. Ugh. What is that card right there? Is that not a 1k counter? Is that another Buggy? Yikes. Yike aronies, boys. So that was that one right there. We'll go ahead and get the next game paired away because that was the other players on bye. So give me 1 second. We'll pair them real quick. Ooh.
Man. I'm fine with splitting if he is. I don't care.
I'm fine with split too.
All right. Thanks, man.
All right, we're back. Let me go ahead and change the window. It's the battle of Holy shit. Hold on 1 second, guys. Hold up. Let me pop this out real quick. Ooh. Window capture. That plus that. All right. We're good to go. We got black. All right. We got the tape. Bro, this is actually the greatest camera angle ever, bro. Like, this is so funny, bro. Arax is actually a goat. Fucking taping his phone to the wall and just dominating everyone in this tournament. This is hilarious. Oh my god, this is so funny. Bro, upgraded to the side angle, bro. He upgraded to the side view. He unlocked the side view in the battle pass. All right, guys. We got a cockroach match. We got Enel versus Black Yellow Luffy. Ban A-Rags. Oh man, I do think Enel can win this game depending on how well they draw. Definitely going second helps a lot with this matchup too. Although I will say being able to play 4 Kuzan as Black Yellow Luffy is pretty strong. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty strong into Enel because they have to use their Gadatsus pretty quickly. And if they open up a Flampe, their Gadatsus no longer work. So interesting. And Enel just needs to not swing at life and build a fat board. That's pretty much exactly what happens. That's exactly what is... I mean, yeah, that's how you win the game right there. Looks like he's got a couple waifus as his playmat right there. Definitely respect it. I'm somewhat of a wanker myself, so I definitely see the appeal of some waifus. What happened to the Lim player? You don't want to know what happened to the Lim player. The Lim player couldn't even make it out of the first round, just like I predicted. Just like I predicted. I don't know. That's just me, though. Bro's only done 1 coaching session, so that's why he couldn't make it out of the first round. He didn't even take my advice. He didn't see his 9 calls to war early enough. All right, so this matchup right here looks like the Enel player does lose the dice roll because he's going first. Definitely not what you want to do. You definitely want to go second in this matchup. That way you have the extra card. That way you're able to play Katakuri on curve, things like that. That way they don't play Kuzan on curve. He does open up Garp. Garp's going to search for Luffy. His deck is pretty blinged out, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, the advice was don't play Lim. And also to put Kaku in your Lucci deck. And he was like, no, I don't like Kaku. And Kaku's like absolutely insane into Lucci. Can't bounce it either. It's just a 6k or 7k swinging into life pretty much the whole time. So he adds a baby Luffy to hand. Goes ahead and passes his turn, of course. The Enel player is going to do the classic, probably pass turn as well. Unless he just plays like a Shirahoshi or something, which he probably is not going to do. Oh, never mind. He's going to do it anyway. I mean, I guess why not, right? Yeah, why not? Don't know how much life the Luffy player's at. Probably 4 still, but that's the one downside of him playing from his phone. He just doesn't, you aren't able to see it. Obviously, those of you guys who are joining in now, this is just like a weekly webcam locals that we're going to do every week. So it's not like a super serious, like regional level tournament. We're just having a good time down here. Hopefully I'm going to be able to have some people commentate with me. VV Theory, Small Hat Crew. I know VV Theory has a tournament he can go to. He goes to every Friday back in Jax. So he probably won't be commentating, but maybe I can get Small Hat Crew if he's not busy. Not free entry. It's $5. $5 take or top 2 split basically is how we're gonna do it. I'm also we're also actually I just got a message from one of my friends who helps me run Moonlight TCG, and he said that we actually he's gonna send me a bunch of manga rares, and we're gonna raffle them away on some tournaments. So especially if you guys want this to be a little bit of a bigger tournament, we can just start raffling like a manga rare for like every other week or something like that. That'd be pretty sick, and have like a really cool really big turnout, because obviously the bigger the turnout, the better the prizing is going to be. So I don't think we'll ever be able to get to the point where we can play for an air fryer, because air fryer is pretty much like the fucking greatest prizing of all time. But we can do our best. We can probably play for like a Thanksgiving turkey. We can play for a handshake, some used toilet paper perhaps. An air fryer I don't think we'll ever be able to do. Does get the 5-cost Luffy. Yeah, VV Theory would know what all the cards are, guys. I know VV Theory is better than me. Vivi, so that's why I love Vivi, is like I'm very, very in tune with like the competitive scene of One Piece, and Vivi is very, very in tune with the non-competitive scene of One Piece. So we complement each other very, very, very well. Play for a bidet. Yeah, we should play for a bidet. That would be sick. Guys, have you ever used a bidet? I want to use one. And then when it starts splashing me, I'm gonna be like, ooh. He's fucking geeking out when that shit starts splashing me. Apparently, Chris from the Small Hat crew only uses a bidet. Just have Vivi in the field reporting. Yeah, dude, Vivi's actually the fucking goat, bro. I love that guy to death. So it looks like the 5-cost Luffy does come out. He does swing 8 into leader though, and does deal a damage, I will say. I'm gonna ask him if he can just. Is there a way you can angle your car, your life, so we can see your life? By the way, or angle your phone, because we can't see your life right now. It does definitely helps.
I can switch my deck with my life if you want me to do that.
That would be a lot better actually if you could. Yeah.
Or if you scoot your mat down, you might be all right.
Oh yeah, I can do it.
Yeah. Either way, it looks good. Thanks.
Yeah, no, I'm like, you're good either way.
Oh, actually, move your life slightly forward. Yeah, there you go. All right. Good luck, guys. All right. We're back in the game, guys. We're back in the game. All right. So he's at 3 life. He just scooted his fucking thing back again. Oh my god, bro. He's actually cheating, bro. Boy's got the cheat code. All right. So he's got 3 life. Put a card at the bottom with the Kuzan. I believe that's the Garp. This is VV Theory reporting live on scene for this Friday webcam locals. I can imagine him doing that too. Can you imagine? So I don't know if you guys know this or not, but VV Theory is a substitute teacher. He was a teacher at one point full time. Can you imagine like getting into One Piece and like walking into class and just seeing VV Theory as your fucking teacher? Like writing on the fucking chalkboard, like, all right, guys, now check this out. He's a fucking art teacher, dude. Oh my god, I would have lost my shit if Vivi was my teacher. Vivi back with another art class. And in today's art class, what we're gonna do. I think my roommate's burning something. I'm about to text her right now. Mimi. Are you burning something? Yeah, it smells like actual fucking fire downstairs, but the game is way more important. All right, so let's read this. Let's read this board state, shall we? So we got 2 Shirahoshis. I believe that's an Onami. Trigger, or I believe that's an Onami on the board. Our Luffy player has 1 life left, which is a Garp that's face up that was put there by the Kuzan. He has a Sabo and he has a 5-cost Luffy. The 5-cost Luffy basically is like one of the most important cards in this matchup because it allows you to get down to 0 life safely and on your own terms without using a lot of your 2Ks or any of your 2Ks. It's really important that you're able to keep it on the board. Definitely Katakuri is really annoying into it, which is the only issue. But looks like our Enel player has not seen the Katakuri, or if he did, he didn't want to use it. The Yamato here definitely helps a lot. Playing a big body doesn't pop anything, but he does have a blocker. He does have a 2nd life. He does get to heal. Doesn't have anything to swing into, obviously, but that's totally fine. The goal is obviously to build the board. All right. Welcome back to art class. Anyways, this is why I think Red Yellow Sabo is meta. Tonight's homework: win your locals. Man, I wish Vivi was here to hear this, bro. That was so funny. Walking to class written on board is when not to swing into board and when to swing into board. Nah, Vivi doesn't talk about shit like that. He just talks about like market watches and shit. All right, so let's see what we got right here. Tapping 4 Dawn. This is likely going to be a. Oh, never mind. 4 Dawn is 2 babies right here. Does not have the baby Sabo alt, which is just like super, super depressing. Vivi would have a masterclass Black Yellow Big Mom or Red Yellow Sabo. Going to go ahead and put play out a Sabo, which means he probably didn't have Gecko here. I will say, and let me just tell him real quick that we can't see his life again. We
Gecko Moira.
We can't see your life still, by the way. I don't know if you moved it or not.
No,
it's
I have
gone.
no life. I have no life.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Sorry. All right, he has no life, so that makes sense. That makes sense. So he's probably just a 9K leader. Yep, 9K leader right now with one blocker or with one blocker. He's gonna go ahead and put 3 Dawn on the Sabo, swing 9K into leader. This is probably just a take. He probably just it's gonna be 9, 11, I would say. Yeah, Vivi. Does Vivi mention he's a divorced dad? I don't think I've ever heard him say that. I know he is, you know, because he obviously is my fucking guy. But yeah, I don't know if he's mentioned that. So yeah, this is a 9, 11, and then you assume just block this with the Shirahoshi. And then 11 into leader, you just block this. What I would assume. Yep. Block that right there. That way you stay at 2 life, especially when you're about to play the Rush Ace right here. If he does play Rush Ace, this would be really strong. At this point, Katakuri doesn't do anything because he has 2 Luffys out. So, yeah, Kat doesn't really do a whole lot here. The first game Vivi ever played against me, he triggered a shockwave to kill my Borso, and I still hear about it to this day. Oh, man, bro. You know what's funny is Vivi. Oh, man, I miss the Jacksonville locals, bro. We had like it was just so fun. We had the perfect combination of like sweaty high level players and like casual like funny ass players. Like it was, man, I miss going to locals for sure. He does play a 10 cost ace right here. I do think it's better to sequence, obviously swing 9 first, then play the ace because that's just what you do. Another 10 into the Luffy would probably clear it off the board, I would say. Yeah, the Luffy player definitely needs a Gecko, that's for sure. A 10 into 10 into leader probably because he gets the Sabo. Either way, he's probably just blocking with Sabo anyway. Every time he says that there are locals at his Discord, he says he can't go because that's when he has custody. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, talk about a bad time to have custody of your kids. You're missing out on One Piece. Would you rather just not have custody of your kids or play One Piece? What do you guys think? Do you think Vivi Theory had the biggest misplay of his life by getting custody of his kids rather than playing One Piece on Friday nights? Is that a big misplay? Should he have sequenced better? should he have sequenced better? Should he have sequenced drawing his kids on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday instead of Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Oh my god, bro. Yeah, BioMojo, him and I used to play each other like first or second round every single time. Every single time. It was either we played each other in the first or second round or in the finals like all the time, bro. That was some good competition right there. He's the one that helped me top like so much with Sakazuki. Him and I played like hella fucking games. I remember BioMojo and I probably sat down for like 4 hours one time and just like grinded Saka mirrors like over and over and over again. It was so fun, man. Class discussion. Should I give up custody of my kids to play One Piece? No. You gotta remember he's an art teacher. He's an art teacher, so the class discussion is draw a picture of what my life would look like if I give up custody of my kids to play One Piece. All right, so it looks like he does find the Gecko, by the way. Obviously, Gecko's really strong in this matchup. If you see 2 or 3, you're very likely to win. He is not playing at 0 life. He's not playing at 1 life, though. Normally, you don't normally do that anyway, but it is a little scary because you only have 1 blocker. So both of these big attacks going into leader are going to be a little scary, even though you are a 9K leader with 1 blocker, because you can take a lot of cards out of his hand. But you have to do that. You have to do that instead of building board. So that's what the Enel player has to decide what to do right here. Do I build board and like, you know, live to fight another day, or do I go very aggressive into life and attack for like 15k, something along those lines, like 14k, 15k. Is that the answer? Do you guys think, or maybe does he build board and then also take out both the Luffys, the 5-cost Luffys? Yeah. Obviously, we're joking, right, Zamboni? So, Vivi's an awesome dad. He's an awesome guy. Love that guy to death. So, yeah, we're just messing around, of course. I think I told Vivi I'd love him if he was my dad. I love Vivi like he's my dad already, and he's not. Yeah, Vivi's super cool. I love that guy. So wonder what it is here. So he decides. So he doesn't have any. I think this is bad math, by the way, guys. He doesn't have a whole lot of. He only has 5 cards in hand. I think it's better to just go tall with your 2 big guys rather than split the Dawn up between your leader and your character, because you're wasting 4 Dawn to even get into like scratching distance. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe not actually, because one of the attacks is going to get blocked either way by the Sabo. So maybe it is smart. So this is 11 into him. So he gives you 3 1Ks. I think he might actually be cooked. 3 1Ks, depending on how many cards he has in hand. This is another 11 going into leader right here. And then a 12k going into leader. And he could also get really lucky out of life. He does block this 12k into leader, and he doesn't have it. And Enel is our winner, actually. Wow. Enel beating the Black Yellow Luffy player was definitely not on my bingo card. Not on my bingo card one bit. Let's talk to Yaga real quick and see his thoughts on this matchup.
And I'm kind of cooked.
Yeah.
Yo, congrats, bro. I saw you didn't have a lot of counter Eric's, but that was a super good run from both of you. Yaga, bro, absolutely crazy. You beat a Blackbeard, you beat a VY. I feel like
I know, man.
wow. I mean,
Freaking
yeah. What do you think?
Man. I don't know, man. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm trying to just put Enel on the map. 1 minute, baby.
Shit, well,
That's
you
why
did.
everybody's he's still good, man. He's still good.
Yeah, I'm gonna send both you guys play mats as well.
Oh,
For getting
yeah.
first and second, and then also I'll send me y'all's PayPal and I'll send you the pricing.
Hell yeah, man. I appreciate you.
Nice,
Thank
man.
you.
Yeah. Thanks for
Awesome,
playing.
man.
We're gonna do this every week, so feel free to join.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure, man. Thank you.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, that was the webcam locals for Friday. I would say that I'm gonna stream this next Friday, but I'm gonna be going back. I'm gonna be going out of town, so we're not gonna be streaming it, but it's still gonna be going on. I just won't be streaming it. But the Friday when I come back, we will be streaming it. And next one will be Swiss as well. So yeah. Thanks for watching, y'all. I'll see you guys on our next one, and feel free